talked about the disappointment of your starts and how it's been a problem in this series and it's not getting better. You got 48 hours. How do you fix it? What has to change to start games?
Well, I can tell you it's not for a lack of effort. Our players are aware of it. There's some small things we can do in terms of establishing forecheck, starting with the puck off the opening faceoff, shooting the puck early in the game. Those type of things I think can help a team just establish a little bit of momentum and some zone time. And essentially that's what we're seeing is, as this series plays out, it's almost a turf war for zone time. Both teams have had moments. Their moments have happened early in the first period. We can do a better job with our starts.
Jay, I just wonder how you would kind of piggyback off Jason's question, just kind of characterize your puck play early. It seemed like there may be some...
Yeah, we weren't good enough early. We were not good enough. We didn't have enough people going early. I thought as the game wore on, we started to find more and more players, and we made a game of it. But essentially, we chased the game from the opening puck drop, and we did a good job, like I said, of coming back. But in the end, it proved too big a hill to climb.
I asked because I don't think they've ever been a pair together. I just wonder why you decided to start the overtime with Keith and Kulak together.
Yeah, that's just something that we thought was going to help us as we went through the overtime period there. I thought, as you watched the late second and then into the third period, the bingo balls were bouncing around in terms of our lines and our D pairings and whatnot. And so we're trying to find the right mix. It didn't work for us tonight, but certainly liked our resolve and resiliency in the third period. Now the trick is to put it together for an entire 60 minutes.
Jay, LA's system's pretty clear. Connor talked about, they're going to play a 1-3-1.
Yeah.
Is being more aggressive or more patient the better way to break down a 1-3-1?
Well, I think during the series we've had good moments and then moments where we've played into their hands. I think the whole design of the 1-3-1 is to try and impede speed. And when we've executed the way we want to, we've had our fair share of that zone time. And when we've been stubborn or turned some pucks over, then it ended up coming back the other way. So it's part of their game plan, part of their identity of who they are. We have an identity, and in the end, we lost a 5-4 game in overtime tonight.
You moved some pieces around on some lines. It seemed fairly clear early in the first that, some of those guys just fell off the board. Was it disappointing to you that, you didn't get more from certain guys that were put in those positions?
Yeah, we weren't pleased with anything in the first period, and that's not on any one player or anything like that. We just didn't feel we had much giddy up or much jump in our step, and from that point, we're coaching to win, and we're trying to find the people that are going. We're looking for sparks, and as the game wore on, we found more and more players. As I said, it was a tough way for us to lose, but being down early proved to be too difficult a hill to climb.
Just thinking of different moments, some of them your group really rose to in terms of the comeback and such. There's other moments that they seem to have struggled a little bit with, starts of games, even the start of overtime. That's a big moment, and it hasn't gone the right way. Are you sensing nerves in your group, or what are you seeing in some of those moments?
No, I think, as I said earlier to Jason, I think there's things that we can do better. Sometimes it's a face-off win. Sometimes it's a 50-50 puck battle. Sometimes it's an ability to get the clear instead of, turning it over. Those type of things we can do better. In terms of the moments, I think our players showed their level of heart and resolve and resiliency in the way we fought back, but we didn't help ourselves by finding ourselves down early, and we will have to correct that. And that's where our mindset is. We're going down to LA. and we're trying to win one game. And they're going to try and close us out. The pressure's on them as the home team. And for us, our job is to find a way to have a good start to the first period, find a way to win one game.
Jay, you guys put together a good run at the end of the season, largely on keeping the puck out of your net. This is a regular season, a low-scoring Kings team. They're getting 4 a night on you here. Does it have to start in your zone before it gets better anywhere else?
They scored 4 last game and 5 this game. That's 9 over the last 2 games. And we scored 4 tonight. That should be enough to win a game. And you're asking if we can tighten some things up. Yeah, there's some things that we can tighten up. I thought we turned some pucks over tonight that ended up coming back the other way. I think we were a little bit slow in D-zone coverage when normally we're fast and physical. In the last 2 games, there's certainly some things we can tighten up.
At this point, heading forward now to the game in a couple nights, is this as a coach, are these technical fixes? Do you have to play on a team that needs to lift their emotions more? How do you take tonight's effort and make it a lot better for 2 nights from now?
Yeah, I think we'd like to bottle the energy that we had in the third period, the chemistry that we found in the third period, and bring that into the start of the game. We're looking for a complete 60, and in order to have a complete 60, we need all 20. So for me, tactics-wise, Jason asked about their neutral zone forecheck 1-3-1. We've had good moments through it. They've had good moments. Both teams know exactly the way the other team wants to play the game. It's about who goes out and executes. And we know that we can do a better job, and that's where our focus is on getting our athletes regenerated and getting their minds right so that we can go in and win one game in Los Angeles.
Jay, you talked about the resiliency you saw out of your group in the third period there. How do you harness that and carry it forward to Thursday?
Yeah, well, I think we'll end up having a good meeting tomorrow about some of the things that we did well and certainly some of the things that will need to be improved. Certainly the start to tonight's game was not at the level that it needed to be. But I think for us, we're going to try and focus on some of the positives and address some of the things that need to get taken care of.
Jay, McDavid and Draisaitl were under 20 tonight. Was that a product of just the parade to the penalty box and some?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of penalty. You saw even in the third period when we were killing penalties, I was just trying to get them out there to get more ice time. I thought they were feeling it in the third period. They played, I think, over 6 minutes in the third period. It was just a product of the way the game was going, but they gave us good minutes and a chance to win the game in overtime. So we're going to, as I said, we're going to need to look into trying to find a winning formula heading into game number 6. Good, thanks, guys.